Well, first of all, I mean, thank you for having me on the show. I've been a long-time watcher, so it's good to be here. In terms of collectibles and digital collectibles, the important thing to remember is sometimes it's not just about the one thing; it's about the collection as a whole. And so, lots of people that are collecting players, first of all, they might be part of the same hometown, they might be a fan of the team, they might think the player has future potential. Or they might just be collecting it to fill out their full set. Sometimes get extra content that's only available if you have a full collection. So, to me, the bigger story here is that Top Shot, in about 6 months, has completely changed the fan experience. Has completely changed how active athletes and players get, how directly they interact with the fans, and the fact that these are sort of the first digital collectibles on the blockchain, the first time that a consumer can come pay for something digital and have confidence that they're going to be able to have it 100 years from now. They can they can pass it down to generations, or they can sell it at an instant on the marketplace. And in terms of sort of how prices are set, it's a completely global, completely transparent peer-to-peer marketplace. And most of that $400 million has been traded between players for these collectibles. And so you can tap in there, see the full transparency from the date of manufacture, basically, and the whole chain of custody, because it's all transparent on the blockchain. And to collectors, that's a completely new concept. And so a lot of these moments, because they're historic, they're from the first 2 years of NBA Top Shot. They have their collectability value too.
And you're certainly seeing a lot of demand. Now, the popularity of Top Shot also means more revenue for the NBA. And as you said, players are trading them and they're taking notice. You have Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan, NFL, MLB athletes participating in this latest round. At some point, if momentum continues, do you think that players are going to take into account these NFT sales when they're bargaining salary caps or collective bargaining agreements? Could this really change the finances for pro sports leagues?
Yeah, I really think so. And it's maybe not just about sort of the finances, but it's also about it's a great way for newer players, the rookies, to get to know their fans and for fans to get to know them even off the court. And so we're seeing rookies come to Top Shot and just get so involved, jump on live streams with players, join private Discord rooms, and kind of be a lot more accessible than I think anyone ever anticipated. And that's amazing to see.
Roham, I wonder at what point you expect the demand base, the consumer base, to widen out beyond people who have a lot of money to spend. I mean, trading cards have been, around forever, but you can play in that game for a fraction of the sums we're talking about here. When does that equalize, do you think?
Well, I mean, the reality is it's not all that unequal today. You can go to NBATopShot.com right now and pre-order a pack for $9. We want to make it accessible that every new user gets to order at least one pack. And so, we're maintaining scarcity, but also making sure things are accessible. The other thing is more than 1 million trades, I believe it's 1.2 million, have happened between $10 and $50. You could sell theoretically something for $1 on the marketplace, pay 5 cents in fees. I mean, very few things are just $1, but you can find cards for, like I said, between 10 and $50. So it's much more accessible, I would say, than high-end cards, which need to be authenticated, need to be graded, so on and so forth. The cool thing is, because these things are digital, every item's authenticity is basically guaranteed, whether it's worth $1 or $200,000. It costs the same amount to sort of verify that it's real and to move it around. And so Top Shot is already a lot more accessible. Now, that's because of the Flow blockchain. There's no transaction fees. Everything is very low cost and high speed. It is true that other NFT projects are, simply lower volume because it costs more to sort of move them around on the blockchain. But that's a temporary problem with the infrastructure. It's going to get better.
Roham, Top Shot has definitely put Dapper Labs on the map in an important way, and I know you're launching UFC, that partnership soon. Help us understand how the business model works. Is this like the gaming world, where when you partner with a big brand, you get a lot of attention, but you give a lot of the profit to them, and then it's important that you build your own intellectual property base in order to increase your company's value over time?
Yeah,
Well, a couple things. I mean, we've been at this NFT game for a while now. We wrote the original non-fungible token standard on Ethereum. We built CryptoKitties. We have one of the biggest wallets on Ethereum, and we built our own blockchain flow. So we've been working on this for several years, and the business model and sort of you're right that it is like gaming, where we're helping these big IPs create new products and services. But the reality is that a lot of the benefit also goes to the consumer. When we sell an NBA Top Shot, the primary sale, 100% of it goes to Dapper Labs, and then is split between our partners, and every player gets a piece as well. But then after that, the secondary sales, 95% of it is accrues to the players. Now, in terms of how we make money, sort of the long term of Dapper Labs, we want to bring all kinds of interesting content. We're going to bring all the best sports leagues. But we also are working with over 1,000 other companies and developers, from Fortune 500s to venture-backed companies, startups like Genies, OpenSea, et cetera. And they're going to build on this open source platform that we've developed, Flow. And they can do that without paying us any fee.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.